Ah, ah, that's horrible. Ah, ah. Mm. That's why they had me hypnotized with that song "I Don't Want to Be You Anymore" by Billie Eilish. Well, they told me that they did this in a weird thing, right? Weird manner. My articulation is completely like inhibited right now as well. It's really abusive. With the song, what it meant was they were going to abuse me so much that I wouldn't want to be myself, or that I wouldn't want to be myself anymore after what they were going to do to me. And then they hypnotized me with a succession of post-hypnotic suggestions in case I ever tried to resist it. With similar conditions. Sorry about that. Like, you notice the succession? Wow. The succession aspect really helps to describe it. It's like perfect articulation. Ah, I'm so satisfied. Ah. With similar conditions, so that they inhibited my ability to speak with similar conditions to what I described with the water. To conceal the fact hypnosis was inhibiting my speech. And then I was hypnotized to think of Russia, which I know the context for it. It's not a good thing. At least I have evidence of it. Mm. Didn't show the fact hypnosis was. Sorry, the hypnosis is abusing me. It inhibited my ability to speak with similar conditions to conceal the fact hypnosis was. Inhibiting my ability to speak and repressing my memory. There we go. And because I'm about to use the word post-hypnotic suggestion in the next sentence. And also, oh, that's interesting. Well, uh, uh, what the hell? Okay. This is terrifying. God damn it. I'm sorry. I think that was the hypnosis. That's not a good thing. That is a bad thing. That's horrible. Okay, next page. was given specific post-hypnotic suggestions, which is the technical terminology for hypnotic commands. That is not good. 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 This isn't good. That makes sense, though. That makes sense. That were. Hmm. Designated to prevent post-hypnotic suggestions from being noticed. I gotta hurry, I gotta hurry, I gotta hurry, I gotta hurry, I gotta hurry. Because what they do is they try to delay me for a certain period of time with the completion of each task or anything that I'm trying to do so that they can try to prevent me from being able to finish in a specific amount of time. Because there's some limitations as to what I can do, just given the circumstances that they knew about and were also able to influence and control because of the hypnosis. As a distraction. See, distractions aren't a good thing. Because there were multiple distractions used. Russia was also an example of a distraction from China. Instead of that's bad. So that's what that meant. Post-hypnotic Malone. So apparently this is post-hypnotic Malone. It's the series of the different post-hypnotic suggestions they gave me that I'm referencing that I was supposed to elicit in succession, in a successive order. So the body language, speech patterns, and cognition, strained speaking and remembering, exaggeration of emotional responses, abnormal facial expressions, abnormal or exaggerated heavy breathing, eliciting anger when resisting post-hypnotic suggestions, to conceal post-hypnotic suggestions. Oh, that's why they call it post-hypnotic alone, because I'd be talking really fast and it's like I'm rapping. That is scary. That is terrifying. That is not cool. Instead of, sorry about that. I want to write that down. And I've read those in a successive order too. Reference to reading a list of post-hypnotic suggestions. This is really scary, actually. This is not cool at all. Especially because they've also tried, I've also heard like a seal in hypnosis could be used by basically eliciting hypnotic suggestions instead of in response to like a seal, for example, right? Instead of in response to resisting a hypnotic suggestion, it would be whenever somebody says that word hypnosis or whenever you're in the context of being hypnotized. And one of those could, for example, could even be uncontrollable laughter. So they've also tried to make me smirk while I was talking about murder. on multiple occasions. So you have an idea of what that does, right? Of what that looks like, what they're trying to create, right? Um, oh, by the way, oh, that is a distraction, isn't it? I fell for it. Reference reading the list of post-hypnotic suggestions very fast, like I'm rapping. Fast in a successive order, like I'm rapping. Hold on just a second. I'm going to do this again. But I want to also specify because it's missing how. It was also a distraction of speech inhibition to inhibit speech and try to make me look like I'm crazy. Ugh, this is bad. I mean, it's nice that it was so elaborate though, because since it was so elaborate, like people are gonna be concerned about exactly the situation and why there would be so much involved with it. Instead of for example, okay. Did I mention that Russia was a distraction from China, which I'd get into later? Completely inhibiting speech. Like in a stage hypnosis show. Okay, I gotta write really fast. They only. Wow, this is really partially slowing me down a lot. See what I mean? It really doesn't work as well anymore. They only partially inhibited my ability to speak. Because it would be too noticeable. So I had to rewrite the entire page because of this too. Since they were only able to partially inhibit damn it. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to swear there. There's a few swear words throughout this. They didn't want me to be able to be politically correct, for one. Especially in like not swearing and everything like that. I quit smoking, by the way, because I was being abused with hypnosis. to the extent that they were utilizing the urge for nicotine and the craving for nicotine as a distraction that would be cued when I'd be trying to learn. So I quit smoking because of it. Let's see. They were only able to partially inhibit my ability to speak. They hypnotized me to feel like speaking was extremely physically strenuous, difficult, and forced. Whenever I resisted a post-hypnotic suggestion, I was hypnotized to. Whoa, to extent. Wow. See, and that's what, like, how they would use a lot of these things in succession as well to prolong things, not like, a significant amount with each individual one, but with having them all in a successive order, just like what I was describing, it added up into something that was extremely significant. So, hmm. Oh wow, okay. They hypnotized me to feel like speaking was extremely oh, there it is. Okay, speak, and then wow. Okay, it's after 6. See, this is what I mean too. It's like time down to the time of day. They would do this kind of stuff to me, like to prolong me just long enough. And I mean, they did it. Sometimes it would be very like generalized, right? Like just trying to prolong me as long as possible. And then there was also the. I mean, they really tried to also create the impression that they were doing that, but they would also have a, like premeditated problems arising, or they were able to. I mean, it's very difficult to describe. They were literally able to, as a sorry about that, a method. I mean, they put so much like. Ah, I just wrote that again. I wasn't supposed to. Mm. Mm. Where did I write it? That's lovely. How do I not have that? It's got to be around somewhere. Um, wait. Oh, first of all, I think I was writing it and then I erased it. Maybe, possibly, but I'm pretty sure. I also remember. Okay, right here, audible elicitation of anger. And is that it? Maybe not. Let me see. There we go. There we go. There we go. So I have to make sure that I don't rewrite this entire thing because that's what they've been. I mean, if you can't tell by now, they make me rewrite things excessively. So, um, for example, if this was like used, uh, after the video and after I got that publicity I needed, right? And it was just evidence like for court. That would be afterwards. I mean, this would be a lot more incriminating if that were to happen, of course, right? But I do want to use some of these examples specifically to become. Actually, I can and will actually very easily because of how profound and significant it is. And I mean, like the inhibition of speech is inhibiting my ability to articulate how they're inhibiting my ability to speak. That's what it's about. Since it was in a successive order, which was seen in this video where I was able to find that word to describe and actually discovered the technique that they were using. So if I did let me see. I might even end this video and move on to another video, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to do this quickly. I could even record it on a second phone too if I had to. And even show how sloppy my handwriting got while I was considering it. So then I can have the short videos and then I can have the long video. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do it like this. Let's see. I should use this box probably. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it works. Okay, so let's see. I sanitize to conceal the presentation and evidence of post-hypnotic suggestions. And I can also include in a successive order. I sanitize to conceal the presentation and evidence of post-hypnotic suggestions with an audible elicitation of anger whenever I resist to post-hypnotic suggestions. And I can take that part out. Take out the word whenever too, right? There we go. I sanitize to conceal the presentation and evidence of post-hypnotic suggestions with an audible elicitation of anger. Since they were only... That's the wrong one. Because that's part 2. I'm looking at part 1 on the back side. I resisted a post-hypnotic suggestion. There we go, there we go. Whenever I resist a post-hypnotic suggestion, I was hypnotized to elicit a noticeable feeling of anger as a method to conceal the post-hypnotic suggestions by trying to make me look like I was insane and incompetent. There we go, there we go. So... which was a method used to This is not good. Which was a method used to. There we go. The hypnosis is inhibiting my repressing my memory right now. And I have this second phone recording me. So that's really nice evidence, right? Which was a method to make me appear to be incompetent or mentally ill. They also inhibited my ability to articulate, so I had to write a lot of these words down, which I did during a lot of these I did during the longer video. There's a very long list of examples. Let me see. Sorry about that. There we go. Sanity and competency. To conceal my sanity and competency. There we go. Incompetency. Since they were only able to... This has also been used to fragment my speech. There's a variety of different things that this has been used to do.